Hey guys, this is Jay. Big day today. The 4 Saskatraz Queens that I ordered from Northern California are in. I just got the call from the post office a little bit earlier, and I'm on my way to go pick them up. So I thought I'd bring you all along for the ride, and you can see the process of me putting them into their hives, or at least one of them, before my battery goes dead. So all right, so hang on, we'll see what happens. All right, here we are. Let's go check them out. And here they are. 4 queens with some attendant bees. Ooh, and they're already marked. All right, now out to the range to get them put into a hive. All right, well, we're out here at the bee yard now, and just kind of gonna give you a quick view of what I've got to do today and what I'm trying to get accomplished, so that way everybody will kind of be able to follow along. Hopefully the camera will last and I'll get all this stuff in, but if not, I'll try to piece some other stuff together. So right here are the 2 newest from the split. You guys have seen those in a couple of other videos. Both of these are probably going to get a new queen, although that one on one of them, I believe, I thought I saw a queen in there the other day, but I wasn't sure. So we're going to check that again. Got to make sure that there's no queen in there to interfere with the process. And then these are kind of the busy hives. So this first one down here on the end, right there, the yellow with the blue on top of it, that was the original hive that split. And from that, I got those nukes down there on the end. Now that hive, I must have damaged the queen cell, so that hive is currently queenless, but they filled that top deep body, the blue box right there, they've filled that with honey. So I'm going to take that off, move it to another hive, and replace that with 2 honey supers. And then there are a couple of others I have to go back and look, but I'm not sure that these 2 here on the end are queen right, and I know a couple of my splits down in the end aren't queen right. So we'll have to just see as we go along and kind of video it as we go. All right, let's throw a little bit of smoke in there. So again, what I'm expecting to see here is lots of honey, but the bees have been kind of dying out because they don't have a queen, but they've still been working quite hard. So not really anything there. Just a few bees. Not really doing much. This is the super that's almost all honey. Or the hive body that's almost all honey. Before I pull that up. Let's look in with that. This was the original colony that was exploding, and it reached a point, just make sure that I ain't got no queens that showed up, where when I split them, I must have damaged the queen cell somehow, because they never did get a queen in this box. So just for the sake of sanity, just looking here, I see all honey, but let's pop one out and see. Oh yeah. That's almost completely honey. There's that tiny little bit down there at the bottom on that side, and about the same on that side. Hopefully you can see that, where there's a few open cells, but that is by far and large nothing but resources. So I'm going to expect to see that all the way throughout the hive. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pop this off. Set it to the side. Now you see I got a ton of bees here. This is the calmest I've ever seen these guys. I believe this is the frame that had the only remaining supersedure cell on it, emergency cell, from yeah, there it is, from when I did the original split. There it is, and it has never hatched. And I see no queen, no sign of a queen. I see a lot of empty cells. Set this down so I can dig through here a little bit more just to make sure, because I haven't really checked this hive outside of seeing if that one cell had hatched. So I just want to be double, triple sure that there's no queen activity anywhere on this thing. Okay. No, this is nothing but bee bread and honey or nectar. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to rearrange this hive, because there's really no place for her to do any work They have just filled this thing to the gills with stuff. So I'm going to pull out 4 frames from this bottom. I'm going to give them 4 brand new frames to deal with. We'll let them keep this one. There's a lot of empty cells on that, so she can get right to work on that. And this one's just almost all honey. Yeah, at least the top half of it is. Bottom half's a lot of nectar. So I've got to kind of figure out how do we do this. They're already over here finding her. See if I can show you this. See how they're climbing in on top of her? On top of that queen cage? They're like, hey, we got a queen here. And their mouth is down. That means they're trying to reach through there to feed her. They like that. See how they're all climbing? Look how they're all just kind of like congregating on her. That's a really good sign. So we're just going to set that over here on this side. They're loving her. Just got to make sure that she's got room to do some work as soon as she gets out, because she is bred. She should be ready to go. Their bees right now are just kind of following those pheromones, trying to find out what all is happening. Look at them congregating on that thing. That's all honey. There's a few open cells on it. Okay. Yeah, look at how they're all over that. They're all sorts of happy about that. Okay, so let me go get some empty frames. And since she's doing so good, I'm not even going to wait. I don't even know if I can get a hold of her. There we go. Candy plug up. They are super excited about her. So just drop that down in there like that. Bring the frame over. There we go. So she's now in there. They'll start letting her out whenever they're ready. So that's the process basically. You don't always have to like rearrange the hives and everything. This is kind of a special case because they'd gotten almost honey bound. The vast majority of the available cells were filled with honey, and so the queen was really going to struggle to find a place to lay eggs. So I gave them some fresh frames. They had some existing frames. They've got honey, they've got pollen, they've got everything that they need to get started. And once they release that new queen, I would expect to come back in a week and see a lot of queen laying activity. So with that said, guys, if you like what we're doing here, you know the deal, right? Subscribe, like, hit the notifications bell, you know, make bees YouTube famous, and we'll talk to you later.